John woke up on the cold tile floor in a narrow hallway. The building was familiar and yet completely alien. A 20-story labyrinth of corridors, doors, and staircases that seemed to have no end. He sometimes forgot who he was, and fear tightened around him with every step. At first, he saw shadows, quick, indistinct figures hiding behind doors. Then came the sounds. Footsteps, thuds, echoing from the walls, then behind him. He would turn, but there was no one there. After a few minutes, the hallways began to change. Doors he had opened before no longer led to the same apartments. The elevator got stuck on the 13th floor, and the staircases seemed endless. Strange drawings appeared on the walls. Eyes watching, whispers coming from dark corners. He felt something pulling him deeper into the building. Terrifying creatures began to appear gradually. At first, he saw them only in mirrors and glass reflections. Twisted shadows with long arms, featureless faces mimicking his movements. Then they became more real, in the corner of a hallway, behind doors in dark stairwells. Each floor warped with his fear. On the 7th, the corridors narrowed like pipes, walls pressing in on him. On the 14th, the air smelled of rot, and little creatures with strange faces crawled from under the tiles. On the 19th, the ceiling was covered in black spots that moved and whispered his name. He tried to scream, but his voice dissolved, as if the building itself swallowed his words. He ran, searching for an exit, but every corridor brought him back to the same room. Sometimes he caught his reflection, but it was no longer him. The eyes were empty, the mouth twisted into a scream he had never made. When he finally reached the 20th floor, the lights suddenly went out. Darkness was absolute. The shadows that had been chasing him merged into a single form, a massive, faceless entity that filled every wall. John felt his body freeze. He realized one terrifying truth. There was no way out. The building was alive, and now he was a part of it. In the last moment, he saw his own shadow detach itself from him, smile, and whisper, "Now you belong to us." And the lights flickered back on. The corridors were empty, silent, but the doors had vanished forever.